Hello all, very good evening. This is Karthik from Rasclow Technologies. I welcome you all to today's session. This is AWS Data Engineering. Batch 1 session number 1 is going on today. Okay, batch 1 session number 1 is going on today. So if you have missed any of our introduction classes, you can just visit our YouTube channel here, Raj Informatica Real-Time Hands-on Job-Based Training. We have done one introduction class already. You can get this introduction class from here. You can see here, this is the introduction class, 1 hour 33 minutes. Okay, you can just go through this video. One second. I'm sharing this link also. Okay, this is our introduction session. I have shared the link over chat. If you haven't attended our introduction class, you can just go through with this link. Okay. Yes. So I welcome you all to today's AWS Data Engineering batch number 1 and session number 1. This is our YouTube channel, real-time hands-on job-based Raj Informatica real-time hands-on job-based training. In this video section, you can find out many useful videos on related to different technologies like Informatica Cloud, AI and ML, Snowflake, Informatica, CDQ and IDQ, and many others. Many other videos are available here. Just visit our channel once. Okay. If you like our videos, like the video, comment on it, and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Subscribe to the channel for more videos so that you'll get all our videos updated here. Okay. Yes. And we have other social media platform as well. That is Instagram. This is like Raj Informatica. In this Raj Informatica Instagram page, we are going to provide you the complete job openings. Okay. Wherever the job openings are available, all the job openings will be posted here in our Instagram stories. And this Instagram is exclusively for job openings only. So keep following our Instagram page so that you'll come to know about all our whatever the technologies that we are offering related to these technologies. You will get all the job openings information here in this Raj Informatica Instagram handle. Just follow our channel. You can see 3000 plus followers are there. Just follow our channel. Just follow our channel so that you'll get all the information here. Got it? Yes. And I just want to take you one more minute to explain about our website, and then I'll hand over the session to our trainer Anuj Garu. Okay. Yes. You can see here the left top corner, Raj Informatica is now Raj Cloud Technologies. Earlier the name was Raj Informatica, and we changed it from Raj Informatica to Raj Cloud Technologies by adding many courses here. Okay. If you just scroll down, here are the things, software trainings that we offer. Generative AI, Informatica IDQ and CDQ, AWS Data Engineering, Azure Data Engineering and Databricks. Okay, Snowflake in the combination of dbt and ADF, Informatica Power Center, Informatica Cloud ISS IDMC, AI and ML training. Okay, cybersecurity, Power BI, Google Cloud, GCP program, SAP S4 HANA and FICO, Python full stack development and Python for data science, Python for AI and ChatGPT, Salesforce and AWS and DevOps. These are the courses offered by Raj Cloud Technologies. Apart from the courses, there are many other things also there in our website. You can go to interview questions. You can find out AWS interview questions as well, and many other interview questions are also available. In the material section, there are many useful materials are also available. Just visit our website once so that you can access all these things for free of cost. And we offer internship programs as well, exclusively only for freshers who passed out in the year 2025 and who is going to pass out in the year 2026. Only for these batch people, either it is UZ or PZ, anything is fine. Okay, for these people, we offer the internship programs also. Got it? Yes. Today there is some special offers available on AWS Data Engineering 1. Just to stay connected till end of the session, you are going to know about this special offer. And if you want to know more about AWS Data Engineering, just go to the courses section here. Just go to the courses section here, and you can see all these courses. Click on AWS Data Engineering 1. Okay. So here in this page, you can see the batch is started on 1st of September. The introduction session was done. Introduction and technical session was done on that 1st of September. Today is the actual session. Okay. Yes. And you can see here in AWS Data Engineering, we are going to cover Python programming, Jupyter Notebook, PySpark, AWS Glue, AWS Athena, Amazon Redshift, AWS S3 and Lambda, AWS CloudFormation, and many other things. If you just scroll down, you can see the course unique features, and after completion of the course, what are the job roles that you can apply for, the course curriculum, okay? And at the after completion of this program, what you will be ready, everything you can see here, everything you can see here, and about your instructor also, okay? About your instructor also, everything you can see here. The batch timings are evening 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. IST, okay? Evening 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. IST, Monday to Friday. All 5 days we will be having classes, and today is our first session, and session timings are 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. IST, and the course fee is 25,000 rupees. Okay, the course fee is 25,000 rupees. We are going to cover ample number of projects here. Okay, so mostly we are going to cover 3 to 4 real-time projects, which gives you more hands-on experience as well. Okay, there is some special offer available today. So instead of this 25,000, you can pay the offer price and you can start the program as well. Okay, yes. Before starting the session, I just want to take a moment and get your name and WhatsApp numbers so that I can share you the previous session recording, and this session recording also shared with you. Okay, so I just need your name, and WhatsApp numbers. Okay, I just need your name and WhatsApp number over chat. The chat option is enabled for everyone. Just share me your name and WhatsApp number. We will be adding you to the AWS Data Engineering real-time project WhatsApp group discussions, and we will share you today's session and the last introduction class recording also with you. Okay, just share me your name and WhatsApp number. Will take just 1 minute of time. Okay, just a sharp 1 minute of time will take, and we'll start the session directly. We'll start the session directly. I hope the last time whoever have given your name and WhatsApp numbers, we have shared the introduction session link as well, right? In the same way, you'll get the today session link as well. Okay, just drop me your name and WhatsApp number here so that you'll get your session recordings as well. Introduction session and session one. Both session recordings and material also we are going to provide you. Got it? Yes. Another 30 seconds. Please drop your name and WhatsApp number here. Thank you. Yeah, you can just select host and co-host and you can share their mobile numbers there also. No issues on that. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your contact. Still the chat is open only. Okay. You can keep sharing your name and WhatsApp numbers here. Anuj Gar, over to you, please. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Karthik. Am I audible to all? Let's take this session interactive session so that you guys will able to understand all the things related to data engineering. Uh, are you guys able to unmute yourself?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I just wanted to check quickly, like in our last class, whoever attended or how many new person joined today, so that we can decide like we can spend like 5-10 minutes for just introduction and then we'll start with our real topic. If you just
I
raise your
joined
hand.
today.
Okay.
I have also joined the last class.
Okay.
Yeah, I joined today.
Okay.
I joined today.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, I joined today.
Okay. Okay, so lots of new candidates are there. Okay, fine. So we'll quickly go over the content that we are going to discuss, and then uh, what is important in this AWS data engineering? Is it a job oriented? If we are saying like it's a job oriented session, how it is a job oriented session? And what are the main tools and technology that we are going to do? And what kind of project we are going to do while learning this data engineering? So we are covering lots of thing here. Let me share my screen. So let's make this session interactive so that you guys can ask lots of questions. So that,
So actually, just I have one question. Actually, it's AWS data engineering or Azure data engineering that you are going to cover.
so it's a AWS that we are going to cover here. So
Uh,
cloud is AWS.
uh,
So if you learn AWS also, it's fine. If you know any cloud, so nowadays AWS is more in boom side. So people are looking for AWS. It's and we'll also discuss why we are calling this AWS data engineer. And okay, so yes, Animes, we are going to cover AWS here, not Azure. Okay. Any other question related to this course?
so actually, you are going to cover Databricks over here.
Databricks we will be using for like it is very easy for the writing the code, practice all the codes. If you see here, and Databricks, we are not going to cover the complete, but yes, tool wise, we will be using Databricks. Why? Because in lots of company where you joined as a PySpark developer, where you joined as a AWS data engineer, you'll be using the Databricks as a tool. That's why I'm planning to cover the Databricks as well, just as a tool, because how we will use the workspace and how we'll use the catalog, all the compute engine will be there. So mostly we'll be going to cover all the AWS services where we'll be discussing the same thing. But yes, Databricks will be covering, like we'll use all the data set from the Databricks. Yeah.
Sir, actually, how many days actually we have the permission for the Databricks?
So it's a community edition, you can use it. So I'm using since last 5 years. So it's a
Oh,
community edition, you can use it.
okay. And community edition I can use for the 5 years, right?
Not 5 years, till the time Databricks people can allow. So they are allowing now, so you can use it. Okay.
Oh, then actually after once I am just opening this one after 14 days actually the message is coming say for uh, take the pro plan for that.
No, no, no. There will be one pop up. You'll see one pop up like use a legacy community edition. Okay. Just click that. You'll get that part.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, got it.
And later we'll discuss all about the tools, how we can install, how we can use everything. Okay. First, let's try to understand about this course, because that is important. If you are trying to enroll into this course, it is very important to understand why you are enrolling into this course. Is it really important? Is it really helpful in your future career growth? Or if you're trying to switch your career to the data engineering, and how will this course will suits you, like. Okay. So first we'll discuss all the doubts related to course, and then we'll jump into the course. Any other question? Okay. So silent means I'll take this as a no. Okay. Okay. So in our last class, we discussed what are the topics that we are going to cover in this course. Okay. And if you are calling this course as a data engineering AWS data engineering. Okay, AWS data engineering. It's not like only the AWS role will be there. If you see any openings in any companies, wherever you see the data engineering opening, you're able to apply there. It's not just a AWS. And also nowadays, if you're a fresher, if you have just 1 or 2 years of experience, and if you have like also like we can consider 3 years also, and if you know AWS, right, and if you are applying for Azure or GCP, okay, so they are going to consider you. Why? Because just the
Hello, Faraz.
terminology is different. Okay, so
हेलो
yeah.
हाँ हाँ फराज जी, गुड मॉर्निंग। बताइए फराज जी।
आप अभी उठ गए हैं?
नहीं उठा तो काफी हूँ, लेकिन चाय नहीं पिया है अभी। ब्रश नहीं किया, चाय नहीं पिया, ऐसे ही काम कर रहा हूँ।
कैसे हम अपना ये मीटिंग कौन सी है? चेंज आपके पास है कि नहीं?
चेंज कंट्रोल बोर्ड की मीटिंग थी, वो फॉरवर्ड कर रहा था ना कस्टम, मेरे पास नहीं है।
As a HP,
अभी ईमेल आया है ना डेट का।
mute yourself.
थर्सडे, ये तो दूसरा है।
दूसरा है।
Am I audible?
नहीं आया वो संजीव। संजीव ऑफिस में है कि नहीं?
नहीं पता नहीं मुझे। वो बंदा कभी भी उसको हमेशा उसको बोलते हैं कि तू ट्रेनिंग अटेंड कर, संजीव बोलता है उसको। और आज सुबह सुबह उसका मेल आ गया।
सबसे पहले कि भाई ये 30 को है कर लो। मैंने कहा सही बात है।
Hello.
मैंने कहा
Hello.
इसको मैंने
Who's
कहा
this
सही।
Please mute him. If how much time we are going to
बस कल
listen?
तो हमारा सनपुर का इशू था यार, कस्टमर का सुबह 11 से रात 9 तक।
Okay. Okay. So in this course, we'll be covering all the around 10 services of AWS, mostly like all the important services like Lambda, Glue, CloudWatch, Step Function, and Athena, Redshift. Those are the services that we are going to cover. And then a little bit of Airflow. We are going to just see how the working of Airflow is, how in project level, how the company people are working with the Airflow. We'll see some of the approaches where like without Airflow we can't do those kind of work in the project level. So Airflow also, it's like Airflow will be covering around 30 to 40% of Airflow. Okay, and our more focus on Spark and PySpark. Okay, with AWS and REST, data warehouse, Python, SQL, all this thing will be covering. So but our main focus will be here. Okay, so while starting with this Spark, we need to understand, if in market we have already Hadoop and Pandas, everything is there already, then why we need Spark? Can someone answer it?
Sorry, it is for the big data analysis, I think so.
Big data analysis. Okay, so for big data analysis, Hadoop is important, you mean to say, right? Okay,
I
then
think
why
for
we
large,
need Spark? Yeah.
it is used for large data sets so that we can use parallel processing for faster access.
Okay. Okay, that is for Spark, correct? and Hadoop? If we already have Hadoop, right, then why we need Spark? This is my question.
Sir, I think Spark handles the real-time data.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take one very basic example and then you can try to answer this question. Okay. I'll take one example of Instagram. Maybe all of you aware of it, right? So let's say if I'm taking Instagram, so let's assume, let's say in Instagram, how many photos will be there? So let's take one any number. Let's say I'm taking uh, something around 65,000 per minute. Okay, so these many photos will be uploaded in Instagram. Let's say 65,000 per minute, right? In hour, how many photos will be there? 65,000 into 60, right? So that will come around 39 lakhs, right? Photos per hour. And then let's assume one photo will be of 1 MB. Okay, and then how many will be there? The number of storage and the number of data, it's a huge data, right? Almost 93 TB data per day, let's say. These data can be handled in Instagram, let's say. This is just an assumption. Okay, and we all know the original number will like huge. It's just an assumption. Okay, so this is just a storage. Let's say 93 TB data per day Instagram is just storing in real time. Okay, so now let's take the example. Okay, if the same thing is will be processing by using the Hadoop and Spark, how it will behave? Okay, so can you answer what is distributed system? Anyone?
So we have different nodes there, master and slave kind of architecture.
Yeah, we are not going for now architecture level detail. Just in lame language, what is distributed system? What do you mean by distributed system?
Where the load is distributed across the nodes.
It's like independent servers.
Okay, correct. Any other example? That is correct. So for distributed, you can assume like this. For the new person who are like don't know about anything, maybe they are non-tech candidates or uh, they don't know anything related to data engineering. Okay, so for them, what you can think is, let's say, I'll ask you to just get me the sum of number from 1 to 1 lakh. Okay, and then just one person is doing this task. Okay, and then I just divided this task into, let's say, 5 members. So which will be the faster one?
Second approach.
Second one, correct. Correct. So this is just a simple example of distributed system. This is the distributed system. What we did, we just divided our task. Okay, so this is, let's say this is your big task. Okay, just we splitted this task and divided into multiple members. Okay, so now all the members are doing this task parallelly. So this is just a distributed system. Just try to understand like that. Okay, now we are coming to the our real time example. Okay, so now can someone explain me the working of Hadoop, the basic working of Hadoop, how Hadoop is working? If you gone through any of the document or any videos. No, okay, fine. So the Instagram example will see how the Spark will work if we'll have the same kind of data. Okay, so what Spark will do, I'll tell you the story. Just remember this story. Okay, so what Spark will do, Spark will split the data into partition. Okay, so partition is, let's say there is some let's say 128 MB partition. Okay, we'll understand what is 128 MB and what is this. Okay, so Spark will just make a partition. Okay, and then so we have total of 93 lakhs, let's say, MB divided by 128 MB, right? So now this is our partition size, because this many data we have, and we are trying to make a partition of 128 MB. So the thing is, let's say you have 100 balls. Okay, I'm making a partition of 10. So what you need to do, in one partition you have 10 balls. Then in second partition again you'll have the 10 balls. Third partition again you'll have the 10 balls. Likewise, I'm doing the partition of 128 MB. So the overall size of our data is 93 lakhs. Okay, so now we divided this with 128. So we are trying to get the partition of 128 MB. So how many partitions will be there? Somewhere around 7 lakhs. Okay, so these many partitions are getting created here. So all this partition, we can say this become a task. Now all the data is divided now, and whatever the partition, let's say 7 lakhs partition will be there. So now we can call this as a 7 lakh task we have. Okay, so indirectly what we are trying to say, each partition become a task. Okay, and these tasks are spread across the executors. We'll understand what is executor and all. Okay, so executor, just think like it's something that will just process your data. Okay, so now we'll have how many executors, so those things we'll discuss in Spark. Okay, so this is the basic working of Spark. But in Hadoop side, how it will work, why Hadoop is not recommended?
Maybe sir, Spark is the lightweighted rather than Spark Hadoop.
Lightweighted means?
Lightweight means for query execution, fetching the data, query processing. It's take a less time than Hadoop.
Yeah, that is fine. But we are not going that technical detail for now. Okay, just we are trying to understand the basic concept, and I request all to just speak, so that, because you are, like, if you are preparing for the interviews and preparing for the job, right, you need to speak. Okay, it's not something that I'll speak and I'll teach, because I know this thing. You need to learn this, right? So just ask whatever question is there. Don't think anything. Just ask, because we have not started the actual Spark for now. Just I'm trying to understand your understanding. How many things you already gone through, right? And what kind of documentation, what kind of project you did. Okay, what's your understanding label? So I'm planning to take this batch as a very basic to complete advance means, so we'll be doing all the project. Let's say we cover this Spark, right? So after while completing this Spark, we'll be completing like 4 projects just to learn this Spark. Once we'll start with AWS by learning, let's say Lambda, we'll be doing at least 2 to 3 projects in Lambda only. In Glue, again we'll be doing 2 to 3 projects. By including Lambda and Glue, again we'll be doing 2 to 3 projects. You can count the number of projects. It will be like more than 15 to 30 projects, somewhere between 15 to 30 projects. Maybe 5 or 7 will be very small, but it is very useful for your interviews, because in interviews they are not directly going to ask what is Spark. If you're not asking question, then it's a problem. No answer. Okay, let me start with Hadoop then. Okay, we'll understand Hadoop, how the working of Hadoop is, and what are the limitation of Hadoop, and why we need Spark when we already have Hadoop. Okay, so what is HDFS? Anyone?
Sir, Hadoop distributed file system.
Again, distributed. Now you know the distributed, right?
Yeah.
And what is MapReduce? So MapReduce, just think as a processing engine. Okay, so processing engine is nothing but whatever the block size, that partition we are talking about, right? The same thing Hadoop will also do. Okay, if you have 100 balls, if you want to make the partition, let's say we created 10 partitions, so each partition having, let's say, 10 balls like this. So now it will take each partition and it will send it to MapReduce, so that it will process this partition in the MapReduce side. Okay, got it? So let me take one very basic understanding of this Hadoop. Okay, suppose, let's take example of Flipkart. Okay, suppose Flipkart has 1 TB of order data. Okay, the persons are ordering in Flipkart, and it is having like 1 TB data. Okay, all are ordered data. Now Hadoop, what Hadoop will do, Hadoop will again partition it to the 128 MB data, let's say. Okay, so now what Hadoop will do, Hadoop will again split the data into of 128 MB block. If we'll try to create a, or will try to split the data of 1 TB of 128 MB, how many blocks will be there? So I am simply saying 1 TB data is divided by 128 MB. How many block size will be there? It is somewhere around 8,000 block. Means 8,000 partitions will be created in Hadoop also. Same in Spark also. So where we are making the difference? Till here everything is same, right? Then what is the difference?
So that I think each time it will go to the disk storage. That IO operation will be more in Hadoop.
Correct. Okay, all
Yeah.
those disk storage, in memory computation we'll discuss. The basic thing is here, if you heard the name of reduce and map reduce is there, right? And then aggregate all this data. So basically it is going to the phases. First it split the data, then it will go for the map reduce. So map reduce again, the code of map reduce is very huge. All the Java, and like if you write the Python code in just 10 lines, right? You need to write the map reduce same 10 lines into 100 lines, at least 100 lines of code in map reduce. Okay, that is the one problem. Okay, so this is just a very lame definition. Okay, just to try what is the main difference there. Now we'll talk about the limitation of Hadoop, the actual limitation of Hadoop that you can answer in your interviews also. Okay, so at that time when Hadoop come, right, that time it's very boom in market again, like nowadays how Spark is doing, right? The same way Hadoop was doing that time. So the main problem is it is very slow. Okay, slow because of, again, it is disk based. We'll discuss what is disk based. Okay, so basically this map reduce, just remember this map reduce, this one. Map reduce is your processing engine. So all the data, everything what is getting processed in your uh, Hadoop side, right, that is done by map reduce. Okay, so this map reduce, what it will do, it will write all the intermediate result to the disk at every stage. We'll understand this concept. Okay, so while writing to the disk, this map reduce, I'll write like this, map reduce will write all the intermediate data to the disk. That is why this is very slow. Okay, so if it is very slow, we are not going to use in our ML or the any graph algorithm. Okay, so all this machine learning and the algorithm needs some fast processing. Okay, that is why nowadays no one wanted to learn Hadoop also. Okay, the second problem is it's only the batch processing. So we will not be able to process any real time. Whoever joined the first session, they'll easily understand what is batch and real time. So can anyone explain what is batch processing and real time processing? Anyone?
In real time is basically where the data is loaded or processed in real time, like continuously data gets loaded or processed. Batch is something where we suppose like in phases we do, like suppose end of day or end of week, weekly process or monthly we will process the data.
Yes, correct. So I'll quickly tell the difference. Okay. So batch processing, when we need to process a large set of data together at once. So let's say if you are writing some exam, right? Let's say 5 lakhs students are writing some exam. They are submitting their exam papers, and then there are some teachers who are checking those things, right? So it's something like data is getting collected and stored, and once it is stored, will be processing in bulk. Okay, so that means the results are delayed. So first we are collecting the data, storing it, and then we are going. So the first example we can take as a banking system. So at the end of the day, a bank process all the transaction, all the withdrawals, deposits, transfer together at midnight, so the it will update all the balance at one go, right? That is the one thing. Or we can take one other another example of Flipkart. Let's say uh, Flipkart takes all the sales log of one day and then process them at night, so that will give them the report for the next morning. Yesterday we sold the 1 lakh iPhones, and we sold like 2 lakhs iPhone or iPhone 13, like that. Okay, so those kind of reports, they will once they will process. First, let's say today there are like big billion sale today only. So today they will be capturing all the data till midnight. After that, at the end of the day, they will process all this data to generate the report. Okay, so these kind of things will be called as batch processing. So when the batch processing is really important, and what is the best use case for batch processing? So the answer is, when you can anyone answer it? It's very easy. When like immediate result are not needed, like if you need the daily sales, like payrolls, any bill generation part, any reporting, any kind of reporting thing, right? Just to load those data, if you're capturing those things and just trying to create a report out of that data, every time the batch processing is the best scenario. And now, what is the real time processing? Real time means when the when we process the data as soon as it came in, like checking the answer while the student is still writing. Let's say if you're writing the exam, right? If you're submitting it at the live, we are checking all the answer and giving you the results, right? So those kind of thing in real time. So in real time in banking sector, if someone can explain what kind of the system that you see in real time. Let's say
Uh,
you, yeah, yeah,
so
please.
I see, sir, all the like ticket booking sites like IRCTC flight bookings are real
uh,
time.
Correct. Any e-commerce, all the banking nowadays, healthcare, right? You used Amazon Prime, Netflix, YouTube, everything, right? And immediately, let's say if you just open the Flipkart, you are scrolling and looking into some shoes or phones, anything, and just immediately you open the Facebook, right? They are able to show those kind of advertisement marketing will be there, right? So real time they are capturing your logs and sharing it with the multiple uh, business. It's a business to business contract will be there. So they are just while you are logging to any of the websites or app, they are taking your consent, right? Consent means what? they want to take your data, they want to collect your data, they want to share your data. So if they are sharing your data with the other businesses, right, they'll be able to show those kind of things. So actually they are capturing all your cookies of your websites and app. So those kind will be real time system. So in this particular course will be covering both batch processing and real time. Okay, so for learning real time we need Kafka. Okay, so Kafka is something that will again like the Spark. So let's say if we'll give like 30 days to learn this Spark, again we need to give at least 15 days to learn this Kafka, because both like very complex structure. And nowadays if you know the real time processing, then your resume will stand out like something.
Sir, I have one small doubt.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Hadoop was slow, that I understood, like because it is like disk based. But
Hmm.
why did not supported real time? Even it is slow, why it did not supported the real time processing like we have in Spark?
Okay, so it is not supported, it's not something that we can do with the real time system, right? If it is not supported, means not
Mhm.
supported. One thing is that we can understand is, so if you understand the structure of Hadoop, right, what is the architecture of Hadoop, what are the components of Hadoop, you know, like Hive,
Yeah,
SDFS, what.
yeah, Hive and this file system HDFS, and I think one more is scheduling. I forgot.
Which one?
Some,
It's a good one. So
yeah,
we'll try to make some answer for this.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for this we need to understand the core framework, let's say core design of this Hadoop, right? Let's understand that. So Hadoop is designed for batch framework basically. Okay, so when Hadoop was built, right, to process it, the first thing what they mentioned is to process the very large volume of data. But if you see the definition or if you go to the Hadoop website, right, so they are clearly mentioning that we can process the very large volume of data like TBs and the PVs of data, but always in batch mode. Okay, so if you know the component of map reduce, right, map reduce component will be there. So the main thing is it will read the data from SDFS. Okay, SDFS means Hadoop Distributed File System, and then it will split that into the chunks and then process each chunk and write this result back to SDFS. Okay, so each job start, run, and finish. Okay, so the start and stop nature make it very slow. Okay, and it is very bad for the real time. That's why from the starting they are not uh, they are saying like if it's a huge data, we are not going to process in real time, we are only support the batch processing unit. Okay, so now I'll try to answer your question. So why the real time is hard for Hadoop, right? So why, what is making very hard for this Hadoop is, the first thing is high latency. High latency means what? So all the map reduce job, right? Those have like overhead. Overhead means it is having the sublink, writing back to the D's again and again. All these are technical words. Maybe after learning those basic understanding of Spark, you'll able to understand. Okay, so even let's say if you have the small job, right, that can take like at least a minute to complete. It will just not take the millisecond. But if you have the small job in Spark, it is kind of millisecond. But in real time, you will not wait for 1 minute. Okay, let's say if you're just swiping your ATM card to the bank, right, and then you're just withdrawing like 500 rupees, correct, and in your real balance, the remaining balance, after 1 minute or 5 minute, will be updating to, let's say you have 1,000 rupees in your bank, and now you withdraw 500 rupees. After and 2 minute, it will be updated to 500. Is it correct?
No.
No, right? So
Yeah.
we need to have it very fast, so that in real time, if you are withdraw in millisecond, it should be updated. So this is the one reason. So we can answer, right, it's a disk based, right, it is not memory based. So Hadoop write all the intermediate result to the SDFS after each step, so that all the disk input output, it is making like slow compared to all the RAM. So in our childhood, we read about RAM and ROM, right? So the same concept will be there.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Okay, so you can just think lots of real time examples will be there. So you can think of your Twitter. Okay, some hashtags are trending, let's say. So how it is be working, let's say some hashtag, let's say hashtag AWS data engineering, this is trending now. Okay, so in Hadoop way, if we'll think in Hadoop way, how we need to think. First, it will collect 1 hour of tweet, and then run a batch of MapReduce. Okay, and then see the trends after 1 hour. Okay, this is the Hadoop style. Now, if we'll have the real time means Spark, obviously. Okay, if we'll talk about the Spark, as soon as tweet came in, you count hashtag. All this is happening in real time, and continuously, and update the trend chart at the same time in second. No need to wait for an hour. Okay, so basically, with this example, we can say Hadoop can't do this efficiently. Mm, the main thing is this. That's why we need Spark streaming, Flink, Kafka. All this thing is for real time. So make sure in your resume or anything, if you're planning for the data engineering, anything will be there. Either this one, or either this one. Better to have Spark streaming and Kafka.
What is the difference between ETL also, sir?
Sorry?
ETL.
Okay. So ETL means extract, transform, and load. What do you mean by extract?
For different source, heterogeneous sources.
Heterogeneous sources. Extract means what?
Extract means to collect the data, raw data.
Okay, so extract means you can let me give you the example, some easy example to relate. Okay, extract means just think like you are getting some raw fruits. Okay, some raw fruits. Transform means you're wash those fruits, cut it, and then blend it. Okay, so it's something like clean process. You make some juice out of it, or some kind of uh, uh, some process food will be there. Okay, after that you are loading it. Load means simply you can pouring it into the glass directly, so it is stored into some target system. Okay, so the main, if you want to understand this ETL means in real time system how it is working. So extract, every time you can think like you are getting the data from source system, and source system will be anything. Okay, so your source system will be, let's say, any APIs will be there. Okay, and then any flat file will be there, and then you have some IoT devices. Nowadays lots of projects coming with the IoT devices, sensors, okay, logs. So all these are the source system. Any databases, any database. Okay, so let's take one example. So example is, let's say you want to download some sales data from some e-commerce website. Okay, so e-commerce website we can take as a Flipkart, let's say. So all the sales data you want to take, so that you can analyze it. All the sales data you want to take. So maybe the sales table will be there, some sales database will be there, or the some APIs will be there, let's say. So in our course we'll be covering this API also. At least one project we'll be doing with the API. Maybe we'll use some free APIs like weather API will be there. Okay, we'll try to use those kind of API and read the data. Okay, we'll try to use the API at least so that you can put this API in your resume. Okay, IoT device maybe will not be able to. Census data, maybe I'll have some kind of census data, so we can use that. IoT device data, it's very complex. I'll try to arrange some IoT device data maybe in some XML or JSON file, and we can try to use that also. So mostly in companies you'll be getting this kind of source system only. Okay, after that, let's say you downloaded this sales system, sales data. After that you need to transform. Okay, so transform it means what? You need to clean it. Okay, clean it. Why I'm again and again saying it's clean, clean, clean? Why? Because it's a raw data, right? Let's say in example we took the raw fruit. So raw fruit will be, maybe some fruits are damaged, maybe some fruits are not very clear. So you can cut into the slices. You'll take all the fresh parts, right? So same as in our data, maybe some data having the bad records, maybe some data having the null records. We can clean it. If you know the SQL, we are writing those SQL queries to get all the null values. We can remove all the null values. Same thing we can do with the PySpark also, but in very easy way. So we can clean those things. Maybe our requirement is to, we don't need any duplicate data. We can remove all the duplicate data from here. Okay, we can remove all the duplicate data. Maybe we need to convert the date format. Maybe in our sales data we have some date format, let's say 010925 like this, but we want in our target table that we want some date format as like this. So we will convert this date format also while transforming it. And then we need to apply some kind of business logic. Any business logic will be there. Okay, so what kind of business logic? Let's take one or two example. Let's say you have the salary column. So you have, let's say, 3,000 salary, and you have the bonus salary also. Okay, so maybe let's take person 1, person 2, and person 3. Okay, so these are the 3 persons are there. So person 2 salary is 4,000, his salary is 5,000. Let's say he's getting zero bonus, he's getting 2,000 bonus, he's getting 1,000 bonus, right? So business logic, what business logic is saying here is, you need to add this to get the total salary of this month. You need to add this salary and bonus, right? Salary plus bonus. So where you'll be doing all this calculation? In the transform here only. Okay, so after adding, he'll be getting 4,000, he'll be getting 6,000, he'll be getting 5,000. Now the original salary, only this salary will be stored in our target table to generate the record. This kind of business logic will be there. So some complex business logic will be there. Okay, and then maybe you need to calculate the profit and loss. Okay, profit and loss means, let's say, you need to subtract into sales price minus some cost price will be there to get some profit or loss. So if it is a profit, mark it as a profit. If it is a loss, mark it as a loss. So this kind of business logic will be there. And after transform, you'll be coming to the load part. Load. Okay, so load part, again you'll store those transformed, whatever data from here you are getting, right? So those data, maybe in source system you have only uh, 10 rows, right? After transforming and everything, maybe here you'll have 50 rows, because you are adding all these business logics here. So all these 50 rows you want to put into some database, or some data warehouse, or some data lake, right? Maybe we are talking about AWS, so we can use the S3 or some Hadoop SDFS system you will be using. Okay, some Hadoop system will be. So you are loading all this data in S3 or Hadoop, or some databases in MySQL, SQL, or any data warehouse. So any data warehouse means maybe the Snowflake or the Redshift. So anywhere you can load this data. Okay. So to understand this ETL, just take one very basic understanding. Let's say Flipkart, big billion day sale. Okay. One day we'll take one example. So extract means what? Now I think anyone can answer. We are taking one example of Flipkart big billion day. So first thing is, we want to collect the data from where? Maybe from the orders table, payments table, not table or file, anything will be there, right? Order, payment, some gateways will be there, right? So we want to take all this data. Maybe all delivery system will be there. All this data. We need to collect all this data first. So we collected all this data. Okay. So we collected where? Maybe in S3 we collected all this data. Okay. Or in any database we collected all this data. Okay. After that, we'll do the transform. So maybe we can use some join. If you want to join this order and payment table, which order having the prepaid order, which is having the cash on delivery, how we'll get to know? First we need to join this both the data set, then we'll filter it out, right? And then delivery, all this data set maybe we can join, correct? And then we'll some clean all the duplicates if we'll have the duplicate. Okay, maybe we need to convert all the timestamp, maybe if we are in our file system, if we are having some CST time zone, okay, so we need to convert this in IST time zone. This kind of conversion will be there. After that, we'll push all this data into our warehouse so that our analyst can see how many mobiles sold today, how many like shoes sold today, how many people are there who are adding those phones in their cart. Those kind of details they can have in the dashboard for the business. So because business want to get some information out of it, right? So first we need to load, transform all this data, and then load all this data so that our analyst can take this to the business. They will analyze all the thing, they will make some report, they will present to some business or the stakeholders. They will look into all this data and they will take the decision accordingly, right? So this is the complete ETL thing. And why this ETL is very important? Because all the business have a raw and the messy data that is spread across the multiple system. Maybe some data are into the database, maybe some data are into the flat files, maybe some data are into the APIs. So we need to collect all, and we need to see like which all data set we can join and we can transform, so that we can clean and structure the data, so that the Power BI developers can use, the machine learning engineers can use for their ML models, all the business decisions can be made on those data. So data engineer role are very 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 important, because all the Power BI developers, all the reporting team, all the machine learning engineers, all the data scientists, all the BI teams, all the data analysts are waiting for the data, right? Because we are dealing with the raw data, we need to clean it, we need to load it, everything. Any question?
Anuj, thank you for uh, providing all the details. A question for you. Uh,
Mhm.
when you mentioned uh, that couple of things about this streaming, Kafka, something like you mentioned.
Mhm.
Um, what are the use cases for that? Like where you, कहाँ use होता है वो?
Okay, so mainly you want to know the use case of the Kafka, right? Or
हाँ
any real time system.
हाँ हाँ.
Ah,
Yes
so
sir.
yeah, you can think like I'll take some real time examples so that it is easy to relate. Okay, so let's say uh, any bank that want to detect unusual credit transaction, let's say. Okay, so now in every swipe, some event is sent to the Kafka. There is some Kafka server, let's say. Okay, so this is your Kafka. Now all the cards, whenever you are doing something with the card, any event is sent to this Kafka. Okay, if you are swiping all the, let's say some SBI. Okay, so SBI given like 10,000 credit cards. Okay, so whenever any of the card is getting swiped, any event is sent to this Kafka. Maybe this Kafka is handled by this SBI. Okay, so event is sent to this Kafka. Now there, after that in Kafka, in real time they are getting this data, right? Kafka is getting this real time data. Every time whenever your card is swiped, you are getting this real time data. So they have the fraud detection ML model that will consume all the event from the Kafka. So basically, maybe the ML models are here, they are consuming all this data from the real time from the Kafka. So Kafka here is, they are collecting the data in real time and they are producing the data for the real time. Okay, so that they can use this ML model and they can detect any kind of fraud transaction.
Mm.
Okay, so that is one thing, that is one example. Other example you can think of, um, let's say any live order, any e-commerce website, right? So any live order will be there. If you are ordering, some system is there who is taking care of taking all your data. They are sending this data to some other systems also. So Kafka is main use of Kafka is in real time it is able to collect your data and produce the data at the same time. Okay, when we'll discuss about Kafka, we'll see the main architecture of Kafka. So basically, when we are saying like Kafka, so it is collecting the data also, maybe from different sources, and it is producing the data to multiple systems at the same time, right?
Mm.
So the easy way to understand is, let's say you have a website, any website. Okay, you want to track how many peoples are coming and what is happening in your website. So here is your Kafka. What Kafka will do, every time here any user will come, any event will occur. Let's say any user will come and it will he will click in any of the pages or any of the button, right? Event
Mhm.
is created. Once event is created, this data is goes to Kafka directly, and then in from the Kafka, maybe we are the, let's say we are the data engineers. Here the team of data engineers are there, right? So at the real time they are reading all these Kafka messages. Once you get the data from the real time, right, you can do anything. Maybe you can again transform this data, you can send to this website again. Maybe if you are getting this data in real time, you can transform and send it to some other system.
So does Kafka is doing the real time processing of the data to various system? For example, if the data is generated from either the website which you are mentioning or an application is generating, whenever that event is triggered, it goes to Kafka and Kafka process that data and send it to data warehouse.
No, so
No.
for processing we are learning Spark, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Kafka is something that will just consume the data and produce the data, that's it.
Consume the data and produce the data. Okay.
Okay, so when we'll read about the Kafka, we'll see the what is the producer and what is the consumer. We have the two component in uh, Kafka. Okay, so if you'll understand what is producer and consumer, it's very easy to understand Kafka after that. Maybe I'll able to show you if I have those kind of project opened. Let me try to show you something so that you'll able to relate
You are
those.
working, Anuj, as of now? कोई company में?
Yes. Mm,
So Anuj will be covering any streaming tool like Kafka or Spark Stream, something
Kafka,
like that in
Kafka,
course.
obviously, one project we need related to Kafka, because without knowing that, I guarantee you'll not be able to get any job if you're trying to switch, or if you're a fresher and trying to, maybe in fresher you'll get, but if you have some experience like 2 3 years, now companies are looking for real time, because you can only see, right? We don't have any kind of system where we don't see the real time system. Maybe we can use the Netflix, maybe we can have the YouTube, any e-commerce websites, or the any healthcare system nowadays also. Nowadays, in if you go to any of the hospitals also, doctors are just give you the prescription saying that okay, you need to go for this test, go to this building. After going to that, you get some token and going to some test lab, and they are taking your test, and your report is directly generated for to the doctor. You only have some patient ID, right? So everything is done real time. So I suggest we'll go with the Kafka, okay, or Spark streaming anyhow will be doing. So two projects will be doing, one with the Spark streaming and one with the Kafka. Maybe one project is not sufficient with the Kafka. We need to do at least two. One with the very basic, where we'll just generate. So this is the consumer code. Okay. So this is the consumer code where we are consuming all the data, uh, and this is the producer code. It will just produce the data. Okay. So this kind of project will be doing, just a simple project maybe, and we'll try to use some kind of APIs also. So all the thing here is, when we'll start with the project, right, we'll be not just doing the project like, I'll just not show you the project here. What we'll do, all the person will create our Git, okay, repo. I'll show how to sync those repo with our VS Code, and then uh, parallelly we'll be doing all this project. Okay. Everyone should maintain their Git repository, so that in resume you can just give that repo, uh, so that your interviewer or someone can go to that repo and see what kind of project you did. Okay.
Is it Visual Studio Code you are using?
Yeah, it's a VS Code, yes.
Sir,
We'll be using the Jupyter notebook as well. Yeah, yeah, please.
sir, I
Somebody.
have a like question. Are you planning to cover like system design kind of thing, data modeling? Because in
uh,
many interviews I have seen at last they will ask, kindly design a system for a data model, like ER diagram kind of things. In some product companies they ask, right?
uh, See, Govind, for data modeling, if we'll try to cover those, yes, for the project we'll be doing it. Because
Okay,
see, what is data model? Let's say if I say we'll be doing the some e-commerce website, right? we
yeah,
we will understand that system, that I guarantee you. But
okay,
as a system design and the data modeling, we don't have any kind of the thing. But while doing the project, let's say if we are doing some kind of e-commerce website, we are maintaining some e-commerce website, right? We need to understand it. So how the table structure will look like. Okay. Maybe some kind of entities, what are the entities for the e-commerce, we need to understand, right? So the customers are the entities, and then some products are the entities, right? And then orders are the entities. So these are the entities for any of the e-commerce. And then what kind of attributes will be there? So customer having the name, right? And then product is having some price, order is having some date. So these are the attributes, and what is the how we can create the relation, right?
yeah,
So whenever customer places an order, that means what customer will do, customer will first select the product, then he will place the order, right? So this
yeah,
kind of relation we need to understand. So we'll have this kind of classes, but not the complete system design. Maybe like
okay,
two to three class will plan like that. And it's complete interactive session. It's not something that only can speak, but you guys can make me today almost 1.5 hours speak. So,
yeah,
yeah, better to speak. You all can speak so that we can learn, right?
yeah. Or maybe sir, you can share some reference at the end when the project is done for the modeling and all, if you have something.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So this course is completely for the job oriented. Oriented means, let's say, in each and every topic, right? We'll discuss all the interview questions. We'll have the coding sessions also. Okay, we'll discuss like what kind of code they'll be asking and how our answer will be look like, how we can prepare our answer. Okay, and at the end, let's say we covered Lambda. Let's say we in Spark we covered one topic. After one topic, I'll be giving you at least 20 to 25 question for the next session. Okay.
Okay, sure.
You just mentioned, somebody mentioned modeling. What is modeling?
Yeah. Who question that modeling? Can you answer it?
Yeah. So, sir, as you told, like relations
Yeah.
between the entities and all those, like
So
how
it's
I'm related to, yeah.
process of design. It's how we can say it's a blueprint. How the data will be stored, organized, and it is related in database or the data system. I just given you an example of like table, customer, product, order, how the attribute and the relationship is working. That is the modeling. And why we need the data modeling, right? So let's say we need to understand the data flows, how the data is flowing basically, right? And how efficiently we can avoid all the duplicate, all the messy data, how we can improve our scalability, how easy it to extend when the business grows. Basically all the business, let's say some small business are there, so they will have some small data, right? So later on when the business grows, they will create more entities, more relationship with all this, right?
Hi, are you going to cover Python and PySpark here?
Yeah, yes, Python will be covering all. Yeah, Python, complete Python will be covering. Yeah, and the data structure of bit of data structure. I think in our first class we already discussed that. You can go through that YouTube recording session, and maybe I'll show you the course that we are going to cover. In our first session we have written all the things here, and I'll be sharing this board with you so you can have the access with for all the things that we are. Yeah, so these are the things that we are going to cover. Okay, in Python we'll be covering all the topics, all this topic: file and data handling, all the file system, Parquet, ORC, Abro. This is kind of advanced thing. And then oops. Okay, so after that we'll be covering all this: Python, PySpark, SQL, Lambda, Glue, S3, CloudWatch, step function, everything. All the we'll see all the data cleansing, transformation, databases, data warehouse, how to monitor the job, how to create the job, how we can schedule the job, how we can monitor the job, how we can troubleshoot those things. Okay, and what is the work of data scientist. Okay, because if we are like data engineers, right, our day-to-day activities are like will be every day will be connecting with the data scientist, analyst, stakeholders to get our answers. Okay, so that is one thing. And then Spark, we will be covering all this topic in Spark. Mostly lots of topic in Spark will be covering. Yeah. Yeah, I think we are out of time. So
Thank you,
let's,
thank you.
yeah, yeah. Quickly we'll take a few questions if anyone.
So when it is starting
Extra.
and this videos will be recorded?
That I think Karthik will able to update. Karthik is there.
Just 2 minutes, like Karthik will join the session.
Okay, okay.
No, meanwhile, I just wanted to know like what will be our flow, like when we are going through all the content, like what would be our first topic, second topic, like that? First we'll cover Python, PySpark, like
No,
that.
no. First, we'll start with Spark because that is our main goal. Okay, how we can plan is because uh, if we are planning for the job, right? So the main thing is Spark, okay, and PySpark, and parallelly we'll be doing the Python, right? And then because to understand this PySpark and Spark, we have lots of new concept here, okay? And the PySpark coding part, it's something same as Python only, okay? So once we'll start with Spark, maybe we'll complete at least 30% of Spark, we can understand something, and then we'll jump to the Python, okay? Again we'll complete the Python at least 70%, and then we can keep this as a parallel so that it's easy to start with the project after this here, because my main goal is to do the project. I believe without project it's very difficult to get the job.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, thanks.
Other than this, AWS, because see, in AWS, maybe you heard all this thing, Lambda, right? Inside Lambda will be writing all the Python code, okay? Glue, right? Inside Glue will be writing all the PySpark code. So we need to know both the things. Okay.
One more question.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm an ETL developer. So is this course designed to persons like I don't have any knowledge on PySpark, the terms
Yeah.
you're saying?
From
So is
very,
this designed for any people like that?
yeah. It's we're starting from very basic. What is Spark? What is Hadoop? What is Python? No need to worry about. It's completely from basic. We are going till advanced. That's why I'm talking about these many projects. So if you are doing the projects, it's very easy to understand this.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hi everyone. This is Karthik again from Ras Cloud Technologies. I just like wanna help you with these. Like I said, you some discount, right? There is some special discount available today, right? I just like wanna like complete this part. Just stay connected. Yeah, so you can see my screen, right? So this is completely about our AWS data engineering one. Okay, today we have done with the first session also. This is how the sessions will be, and the timings will be like 8 to 9:30 p.m. The same timings will be there. You can see here what are the technologies that we are giving here, what are the course unique features, and the positions like what you can apply for. Each and everything you can check out here, okay? And about your trainer, everything you can see in this page. And this course duration is 2 months, weekly 5 days, Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday is holiday. Okay, Saturday and Sunday is holiday. So whoever want to enroll this course, the course fee is 25,000 rupees. But today there is some special offer is available. Some special offer is available. Yeah, flat 15% discount is available. So on 25,000 after flat 15% discount, the course price is just 21,250 rupees. Okay, 21,250 rupees. Oh, you're going to pay only 21,250 rupees only. Got it? Not more than that. So if whoever want to enroll today, you can contact us on this number 8105296858. Okay, or you can directly pay from website also. Just go to courses section, click on AWS Data Engineering. Okay, click on AWS Data Engineering. We accept all the payment modes. Okay, so net banking, like credit card, debit card, everything is available. Okay, you can just click on pay and enroll now. You can just click on pay and enroll now. You will be redirected here. 15% card discount is like already like added here. You can see there are two payment modes. One is Indian credit debit cards and another one is international credit debit cards. If you are using Indian credit debit cards, you can use this option. Okay, and you can see the price as well. Okay, 21,249 rupees only you are going to pay out of 24,999. Okay. And if you are going for international transaction, if you're using a bank account like out of India, you can just click on this and you can pay through your cards. Okay. This is how you can enroll for this program as well. If you have any doubts regarding the technical part or regarding the registration part, you can just unmute yourself and you can ask us. The batch is already started. The classes from Monday, we are going to take a regular sessions. Tomorrow also we have session on the same time. Tomorrow also we have session the same time. Okay, 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. IST. And you can get the recordings of each and every session. Okay, you're going to get each and every session recording. You don't need to worry about that. Okay, each and every second recording will be provided to you and you can access it for lifetime. You can access it for lifetime. No need to worry about that. Any questions from anyone, please? Any questions from anyone? Any question, technical part, anything else, if you can ask me, please.
So Karthik, daily you will share the Zoom link or we have to log in from a different browser?
No, please. You need to log in from the website directly. Okay, we'll help you with that.
Okay.
No issues. Still, the test meeting haven't completed for you guys. Okay, so the test meeting will be on Saturday. Tomorrow also I'll share the Zoom link itself.
Okay,
Tomorrow
sure.
also I'll share the Zoom link itself. After like Monday session, you'll be joining from website directly. You no need to use any link, any password, nothing else to give. Okay, you just need to give your name and mail ID, and you can join from directly from our website. I'll help you how to do that. No need to worry about that.
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes. Still any questions from anyone, please? Any questions from anyone? See, if you are good to go, we can end up the session. Okay, we can wind up the session. If you can confirm me, if you are good with the complete information, okay, and to join the tomorrow's class, you can just like message me here. Already enrolled people, you will get the recording anyhow, and you will get the Zoom link as well. Whoever not enrolled, if you want to join tomorrow's class as well, you can just like message me on this number. Okay, 8105296858. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Have a great day. To get today's session recording and material, you just like drop me your name and WhatsApp number so that you'll get the today's session recording as well. Okay. I can see few people have shared the contact numbers. Okay. So please keep sharing. I'll be in the meeting for the next 5 minutes as well. You can keep sharing your name and WhatsApp numbers if you want to get today and yesterday class recording as well. Thank you so much.